Now you are my God. You have awakened something deep inside of me.
Tracts. Tracts can be used to engage people in conversation. There are some tracts that are called icebreakers, like this one, for instance. This is a $1 million bill. It's one of my more favorite tract that I use. It's very easy to have them in your wallet, and when you're getting out your money, you can say, oh, do you have change for $1 million? That's all I have. And people think it's really cool, and they often ask if they can have it. And what I'll say is the $1 million question is, if you were to die tonight, would you go to heaven? And if you read the back of it, you can learn about the gospel. Another icebreaker that my husband loves to use is this little coin of the 10 Commandments. Those are really easy tracts. Other tracts are just when you engage people in conversation, and often if you ask someone if they consider themselves to be a good person, they would say yes. So we have a couple of tracts that will address our goodness and what the Bible has to say about man and whether or not we are really good based on God's standard of holy and holy perfection. Another little one, it's really easy to carry in your purse, is Are You a Good Person? A couple of other tracts that we have is, this one is nice because it really talks about who is Jesus. A little bit different than the other tracts. If someone were to ask, you would ask somebody, who is Jesus to you? And it really clears up what the Bible says about who Jesus is. And it's a wonderful tract because it really it forces the person to really think about who Jesus is to them. And another good one that we have been exposed to, Are You Going to Heaven? And there's a checklist, which is really nice because a lot of times people have misconceptions of what it takes to get to heaven beyond being good, but other things like keeping the 10 Commandments. So what it then does is it goes each one, the answers, if you check them off, what scriptures support why that's not so, why by keeping the 10 Commandments that's not going to assure your salvation in heaven. So really we use these to engage people and to basically hand them something, to give them something to think about and read on their own. Just handing someone, saying, hey, did you get one of these? You know, and you just hand it to the person. Like I said, I would say that the $1 million bill, without a doubt. Like I did it at the airport. I was recently traveling and I was sifting for money, and you know, I just asked him, oh, do you have change for $1 million? And the guy behind the counter, he was like, that is so cool. And I said, you can keep it. And I said, you know, make sure you flip it over and read the back. Sometimes I actually will leave them with my tip at the end of, if I'm at a restaurant, I'll just leave it on the table, and sometimes I leave them miscellaneously. I'll literally just leave them somewhere if I'm out and about, and I'll just, like, you know, it's kind of the coward's way of sharing the gospel. In Barnes & Noble once, just talking to the guy behind the register, where are you from? What country are you from? What are you doing here? And then the conversation would just lead to it. And as you're leaving, you would just hand the person a tract and just say, you know, I bought this is for you if you want to read it. You know, promise me you'll read it till the end.